Disclaimer. This video is created for entertainment and educational purposes only.
Peace and awakening, family. Welcome to a brand new episode of High Zone. Today on the menu, we got some mind-bending, mysterious TikToks that'll blow your mind. Before we get into that, if you're not tapped in with the family, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for every time I drop. You could be rocking out with me and the family. Hope everybody is well and blessed, vibrating high, doing what they do. With that being said, family, let's get straight into these videos.
Let me get that. First come, first serve.
Oh.
Somebody just stole my car while I was trying to see your package. You can call the police. Damn it, come on, woman. That's my car.
Ain't no way you knocking on my door. They're trying to steal my package, looking for help. That is crazy. Zone family, you know we straight out the door with the heat. Yeah, we got that fire. Comment down below. Yeah, them boys be wild. Y'all gotta relax. Don't relax, it's the takeover. Wow. Pay attention, y'all. Cigarette butts.
I've been drifting all night. I try to find light, but it fades out. It's getting way loud.
That thing caused a whole explosion.
Fire. It's just crazy.
The sidewalk, the trees, and two cars, and close the garbage. It was in flames.
The FDNY says multiple 911 calls came in after 7 p.m. Firefighters arrived to garbage, debris, and cars on fire at Westchester Avenue and Fox Street. We learned 7 firefighters were hurt. 5 have serious burns, but the FDNY says all are expected to recover. It's still not clear what caused this fire.
Family, a cigarette butt caused a whole explosion in the Bronx. That is crazy and diabolical. A cigarette butt? Man, you might as well quit. Because if they catch your ass, they gonna try to fry you for that thing. Comment down below.
Please stop. Please stop the plane. Please stop the plane. What's going on? She tried to open the door. She tried to open this door. Please stop. Please stop the door. Please stop the door. Please stop the plane. Can you please stop the plane? No, stop. Relax. Please talk to me.
Can we just please have everyone sit down?
Please stop. Open the door.
No, it's a hairless sweep. It's a hair balance.
It happens all the time. Positive. I'm trying to play for 4 years. She's calling. It happens every time. I'm sorry, I'm afraid.
Can we? Yeah.
We're gonna stop. You okay? Oh my. I'm sorry. What's wrong? Okay. Can you call the captain? This down is the flat.
That is crazy. We tying her ass up through the whole flight, Zone family. We are not playing around with this lady. You want to open doors on a plane like you authorized? Miss me with that. We tying your ass up.
What do you mean they hosted a real-life Project X party? This was a party in the state of Los Angeles this past weekend, and when cops showed up to shut things down, everything went from bad to more worser. And just like the real-life Project X, they only expected a few people to show up. In the first hour, only like 67 people showed up, and at the peak of the party, there were over 3,000 people. But this is where it gets more insaner. Seemingly, everybody there was actually having a great time. Obviously, some of the house ended up getting trashed, but people were actually having fun and dancing together IRL. However, However, everybody was having a great time until the cops showed up, and that's when everything got so much more worser. Some people were describing this party as a mix between Project X, Astroworld, and a Diddy party. It was the most massivest high school party of all time. People were sent to the hospital, and it was in LA near Diddy's mansion. However, right when cops showed up, they were seemingly finding people passed out on the side of the road from the party. And even though the cops showed up and broke up the party, ruining all the fun, so many people, including myself, are so proud of these kids for throwing the most biggest party of all time. It actually looked fun. The guy who put together the party, who's Piper Raquel's boyfriend, Capri, said that he wants to throw another party soon. Would you go to a real-life Project X party?
I am not gonna hold y'all zone family. It might be vibrating low, but that party looked like it was lit. I might have to partake in that soiree. That soiree looking like it was jumping. I didn't hear about no shootings, no stabbings, no fights breaking out. That sound like a good time. Most parties, these youngin' crash out. Ain't nobody crashed out. The only thing I'm not with is the Diddy thing. Listen, keep me away from the Diddy talks. We don't do the Diddy talks. Comment down below.
Yeah! Hit and run! Hit and run! That's a hit and run! Hit and run!
Crash out.
Hit and run! That's a hit and run! Hit and run! Hit and run! Yeah. Look, hey, watch out with that weapon! That weapon! Yo, watch out! What's wrong with you? You hit it! You hit her! Yo! What's wrong?
You hit her.
You hit her! You guys hit her! You guys hit her! What's wrong with y'all? Y'all bust a whole U-turn in the middle of the street! Y'all hit her! Y'all on camera! Leave her alone! She ain't even do shit! She trying to go to work! She's trying to go to work!
What the fuck?
No, what? Y'all some crazy. Y'all got no heart, for real. No heart. No heart.
Get off!
She's a female.
Get off of her right now!
You guys hit her. How you guys gonna arrest her?
Get off!
You guys hit her. Man, how y'all gonna arrest her, man? Y'all bogus as fuck.
Get off her! What's it?
You hit her. You guys hit her. You guys hit her. Whole lawsuit right there.
Believe that. I'm telling you. Don't get your issue. Keep fucking around in Chicago. Keep fucking around in Chicago. Hey, baby girl, you good. Don't worry about it.
Stop resisting.
Don't worry about it. We need that information, bro.
Ah, bogus as fuck.
That's crazy. Family, I think this situation is crazy. They literally took her out the car, threw her in the Jeep, left her car. At least call some kind of authority to situation things out. That's just my perspective. Maybe I'm wrong. Comment down below, let me know.
I have no idea if you've come across this viral video that is making the rounds all over social media. It happened this past Halloween, where this group of kids went to a door to knock on it to trick or treat. What happened next had them running for their lives. As a matter of fact, take a look at this. Have a look at this costume. Or is it?
Take one.
So I, like many of you, is asking the question, is this AI? It sure as heck does not look like AI to me.
Nah.
But if it's not AI, what type of costume is that? Or is it something else? Watch the video again carefully.
Take one.
If that is a costume, that
crazy.
wins Halloween hands down. But then again, if it's not a costume, is it allegedly a you-know-what? So I guess my question to you is this a great costume? Or is this something else? Or is it AI? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Ain't no lie, that's the best costume I've seen in a long time. That thing looks super real. When the eyes popped out, yeah, that joint was fire. I don't celebrate Halloween anymore, because when I was younger, they definitely had your boy. But that costume is fire, bro, no lie. That definitely would pass at night. Jump out on somebody with that, with them eyes. Yeah, they gonna take off.
Got a surprise for you. Yeah, got a surprise for you. Got a surprise.
What in the hell?
That's your surprise.
Who is this?
The landlord that you got pregnant by, that's the landlord's wife, and I got her pregnant.
Comment down below, chat.
Comment down below.
The first arrest has been made off of the EBT food stealing. This was in Texas, and it turns out that he was already on house arrest. My boy came out with $7,000 of rabo, also known as oxtail. Upon further review, there's the ankle monitor right there. Not only is Thanksgiving canceled, Christmas is canceled, Hanukkah, everything is canceled. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say that I'm against what he did. Some people really do gotta feed their family and it's do or die, but when you got a whole cookout, you got a whole banquet that's gonna serve 20 guests, that's when you pushing it, bro. I could understand a rib or two, a slab, you know what I'm saying? A little chicken breast. Bro, the oxtail's like $45 a pound. You should have went with the ground beef, turkey, bacon, you know, a little bit more low-key. Don't be surprised about these incidences. This is gonna happen more often. And people thought that the ban was gonna be uplifted already. This is already day 5 with no EBT, and there is no resolution in sight. And on top of the situation as well, he was already hot. That wasn't a tactical move. That wasn't thought out well enough. If you're already being watched and you're being tracked, your every move, why did you try to do this? But then again, I'm not shaming you, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you had to do for that. I don't know if it was really to feed the fam or if you was trying to flip some oxtails. I don't know. What I do know is do not be surprised about this, because this is going to start happening.
Hold on, Zone family. Did my boy Mango 13 said $7,000 a rabo? I guess rabo means oxtails. That is diabolical, bro. That's a lot of oxtails. Like, you must be taking that down to Earl Chin restaurant. Straight roster man cooking them oxtails. That is wild work. $7,000 though? Comment down below.
You ain't gonna believe this.
When the great Sheriff Grady Judge say I'm not going to believe this, I'm leading to believe I'm not going to believe this. Let's watch.
So we put everybody through a body scanner to make sure that they're not trying to bring guns and knives and drugs into the jail. Well, you might have thought Walter was bringing drugs into the jail. He brought a thermos into the jail.
I know you lying. I know you lying. A thermos?
That's right. He put it up the exit ramp. You know what I mean? A thermos about this size.
EBT jail member of the day, straight from Polk County. That's a different type of poke. What?
Zone family, your man put a thermos up his rectum.
That is super diabolical.
In fact,
he got diabolical of the year.
Straight up. That is insane. What?
Pause. Wait, the boyfriend shot the little girl in the face? 28-year-old Kevin Fajardo shot 17-year-old Maya in the face. Now, I don't know how old the mother is, but her name is Jacor Jones. Now, her and Kevin was in a relationship for 3 years. Now, the reason mom is saying they got into an argument, she must have did something to him. She must have cheated. She must have did something that hurt him. Now, when they got into that fight that day, he had took her car. And when she said that she was going to call the police, that's when he was like, you know what? Okay, watch this. But he told her, and she said that she ignored the red flags. And he said that he was going to hurt her back real bad.
Saying he was going to hurt me, how I hurt him, and that he was going to get back at me, but I didn't understand why. Because the night before, everything went well. He never disrespected me or my kids before, so I wasn't expecting, but I knew he was off narcotics and alcohol. I did see signs of things that I looked over, which I shouldn't looked over. But I thought I put too much faith in people when I shouldn't.
You lying. Because if you was off narcotics and drinking before, come on, this wasn't the first time you seen this or knew about this. Not only that, you too damn calm for me. You too damn calm for me. And thank God that she ain't passed away, but shit, I'll be crying. I don't see no tears. I don't see that no nose red or nothing like you been crying. And you say you ignore red flags. Damn, you ain't ignore the red flag that he's 28, your baby is 17 years old? That's only 10 years, 11 years old. I'm just saying, y'all, that's too close for me in the age gap. And then at the same time, they be so quick to move niggas in their crib when they be having daddies. And I know y'all be wanting to have y'all own little time in y'all life. Do y'all not understand? Y'all need to stop just letting anybody just be around y'all kids, meet y'all kids. You can't find no babysitter and y'all ain't on that level. Shit, you gonna have to risk it. Go outside the car. You feel me? Outside the house. You wanna risk that, or you wanna risk your kids bringing a nigga inside your house, meeting you for the first time for a week or two a month? Then shit like this happen. Better be glad he ain't just sweep the whole damn house out. And y'all pick the little dusty niggas where y'all be talking shit to them and taunting them and belittling them and be like, get the fuck out my house, blah, blah, blah. No, he ain't got nowhere to go. That's why he probably was hurt. I don't justify nothing what that lame ass, hoe ass nigga did to that little girl. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully she getting a speedy recovery. Then they will see his little light skinned ass in jail.
That's a crazy story, family.
Like, super crazy.
The mom's really kind of, you know what I mean? She's not crying or nothing like bro said. Comment down below. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what y'all think.
All right, man. This the time that these young dudes broke inside the Woo Lady house. If you don't know who the Woo Lady is, that's somebody that could put a good spell on you or a bad spell on you, if you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, the Woo Lady, she stayed right there. And people used to come to her all the time to get spells put on people, to see if you even have a spell on you, all type of stuff like that. But what everybody already knew about her, that she didn't believe in banks, so she kept all her money inside her house. But everybody in the hood already know, man, we ain't messing with that lady house. We'll go to anybody's house, breaking anybody else's house, except that Woo Lady house. So these two young dudes, they decided they was gonna go in her house. So one day she leave, and I guess you know, the young dudes went inside her house and found the big box full of cash. They took the big box and just went to spending the money like it was no tomorrow, having fun. So later on that day, we sitting on the porch, and the Woo Lady, we see her pulling up in her yard. Soon as she pull up, she go inside her house, and she come back outside, and she is holding a bag in her hand, screaming, "You gonna bring it back, you gonna bring it back." So man, my homeboy, we looking at each other laughing like, bro, them boys crazy, man. Cool. We don't know what's going on. So how about the next day, one of the young dudes come running down the street. He's screaming, "I got a spider on my tongue. I got a spider on my tongue." So everybody laughing at this dude because he literally running up and down the street saying he got a spider on his tongue. So he gonna lay down in the middle of the road on his back like he's trying to walk on his back or something. Like, so it was just crazy. So we looking at them like, hey, she done did something to him. We already know she done did something to him. So they wind up calling the police, and they wind up taking this dude to the hospital. I tell you not, that other young dude came to that lady house with that box of money and gave it to her. And she told him the rest of the money that he owed her, he would have to work it off inside her house. Certain people you just don't mess with, bruh. Cause evil love evil. Get it? Life is crazy.
My boy have to work for the rest of the money in her house. You know what that means? Cook. You're cook. Now you're a part of the ship. You don't even touch Woo people kids.
And where the world's at right now, what do you think is going to happen in the next 2 months?
I believe in the next 2 months, the enlightenment will become greater than it's ever been. And we have already reached a shifting point where there is no return. We will not go back to the way it was. We will continue to progress. We will continue to take care of each other. I have an MPO that is dedicated to ending homelessness. My new wife has an MPO which is dedicated to ending starvation. Just those
Hold on, chat. Look at my boy on the right. He vibrating super high.
things would allow us to live without money if the corporate dogs would allow us to. I was just run out of the Marriott Hotel because I asked for a glass of ice water. I'm a millionaire, but I've wandered these streets for 3 weeks with no money and no ID. I got $20 from a man named Ken from Alabama today. I went in and got a shot of vodka, asked for a glass of ice water, went out on the patio and sat down. The security came out 15 seconds later doing his job as he's required to by J.W. Marriott and said, "Sir, you cannot sit here. That is for paying customers only." I said, "Well, what about the vodka I bought?" He said, "I don't see any vodka and you're going to have to leave." So I did, and I complimented on how well he was doing his job, and it was unfortunate that he believed the way I do. And I don't believe it's J.W. Marriott's fault. It is their management company or somewhere in between in the corporate line. If J.W. were still alive and he knew this was going on, he would roll over in his grave.
Is that Bigfoot on your left arm?
It certainly is, sir. That's the Bigfoot lives in the fifth dimension. That's why we can't see him. That tattoo was done by Ed Tincher, who has recently suffered a stroke.
Let's do some justice. Put it in the light real quick.
Absolutely. I have 39 tattoos, all done by that man. He has recently suffered a stroke and cannot hold a pencil anymore. I do have a new tattoo artist and 3 new tattoo studios. 1 here in Austin, 2 in Houston.
Wow, man.
If you'd like to stop by Pecker Woods in Houston, Woody Woodpecker would be glad to do your tattoo. If you'd like to stop by Ocala, Florida, you can see Mr. Magoo at Mr. Magoo's Tattoo Emporium.
If you could spread a message with the world, what would it be?
Get down on your knees. Thank God that you're here. The world is changing and it's what we waited for. There is no tomorrow. Today is the day. Live in the moment. No matter what you do, what people think about you is none of your business. If you are good with the Lord, you are good.
What people think of you about you is none of your business. If you're good with the Lord. I like that.
As long as you're good in your own skin, then you're right. I've just lost several of my best friends. Some of them over 30 years. Not with us right now, we'll catch up. I like to say on my broadcasts, on the Not Your Grandpa News Network, that what we'll do is we'll build you a little playground over here. You guys can hang out. We're going to make hard hands at you and blow reefer smoke and play music and dance. And when you're ready to catch up to us, you're going to come out here and we're going to hug you and love you like we did before we left. But we're moving on. And if you're not on the train, you're just going to be drugged behind.
Where's your train leading to?
Shangri-La, sir, Minnesota. I'm on my way to see Uncle Joey. He's the front man for Wookie Foot, and his nonprofit organization is Be the Change You Want to See in the World.
Wow, man. That's beautiful. So when are you going to be leaving Austin, Texas?
As soon as God allows me to. I still don't have an ID. I still don't have the funds to do so. I'm granted $15, $20 every now and again by a passerby. It allows me to feed a couple people, send at least one home, me to buy a few cigars, and maybe a drink or two. I want to let everybody know, yes, I am a recovering alcoholic of 39 years. In a discussion with God while I was on 23-1 locked down in a solitary cell, I asked him, why shouldn't I be able to drink? He said, it's ridiculous. He said, if you find yourself getting drunk, go to a meeting. If you find yourself having a drink, you're just having a drink. Right now, I find myself just having a drink. 1 a day, maybe. Sometimes 2. No more, because I can't stand to not be in control. And all the while knowing that God is in control, because my story's already been written. And it ends with happily ever after. So I will live it to the best of my ability and to the fullest that I'm allowed.
Man, I appreciate you tuning in with us over here.
This was super deep, man. We need to do something a little bit lighter later.
Cool, man. Hey, well, we're going to pray for you, man, in your circumstance, and we can do follow-up interviews with you, brother.
Absolutely. Anytime.
And bring, and bring people further to Christ and connect them?
I can bring actual people who have disappeared and come back. I can contact Alice in Cleveland, and we can see what she says. I believe that her father's not going to let her do any interviews, but there is an underground thing, and you know all about it.
Yeah, man, straight up. Hey, we appreciate tuning in with you. God bless you.
God bless you. I love you, dude.
Love you too, brother.
Peace. Be well and smile often.
Comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about what the homeless man was saying. My man on the right, though, he was collecting the cosmic sun, okay? He was vibrating high. He was receiving, okay? He had his hands up. He was he was doing what he do.
Do you even know if the life that you're living right now is yours, or was it assigned to you?
You think I'm being typecast? You think everybody don't got a role to play? Huh? You think a white boy could have played Omar? You think you could play a president? I could. And I think we've seen the last black president for a while. I'm just saying. I think you're going to always be playing some version of Mike. Gangster Mike, old-timer gangster Mike, southern gangster Mike. But I'm not a gangster. Everyone that knows me knows that. Something I ain't gangster Mike. Look, I picked these roles. Me, I made this path for myself. Yeah, did you? Or did they choose you? You think we would be doing what we doing if we had a choice? Huh? Face it, man. Look, we from a certain type of people that come from a type of place that look a type of way. You know what that make us? Black. Typecast.
You see what he's talking about? It's deeper than just acting. All of us have been typecasted, whether you want to believe it
all
or
of
not.
us.
At a point, we all get boxed in. And society starts to tell us that, yo, this is the role you're good for. And this is who you're supposed to be. It happens at school. It happens at work. It even happens in your own neighborhood.
Wow.
Sometimes they try to hand you a script even before you were born. And if you don't question it, you're going to start to perform without even realizing it. So ask yourself this. Are you actually living in the role that you want? Or are you living in the role that was assigned to you? Because the scariest prison isn't the one with walls. It's the one where you mistake somebody else's script for your own life.
Damn, family, that was deep right there. That was super deep. I mean, just like when people about to have kids, they be like, oh, my son going to be the best basketball player ever. Or my daughter's going to be the best actor, the best artist. That's typecasting. They're already predicting what they want you to do instead of what you want to do.
Tell them that story. Tell them about the demons. Yeah, it's Halloween. Yes. Tell them about the demons. What is that, Dan? Go into that.
In the film, one of the senior intelligence officials named Jay Stratton, he was the director of air and space warfare at the Defense Intelligence Agency, and then he ran the U.S. government's UAP task force. He tells a story about how he was trying to run this issue up the flagpole and bring attention to it.
At the Pentagon.
At the Pentagon, in a serious office space. And his superiors told him that they thought these things were demons and that he was doing the devil's work by looking into it. And on camera in the film, he says, I can't believe these words were coming out of their mouths. He's like, I'm briefing them on an advanced aerospace vehicle that's absolutely there. It's been spotted by trained observers like our Navy fighter pilots in their $80 million airplanes that we trust them with, right? It's been spotted on data collection systems like satellite and radar. And this guy's telling me it's a demon. It's insane. And he's like, my mind was blown, and this is something I'm dealing with inside of the government.
It's Halloween. Let me just ask the final question for the panel. Do you think demons and the devil are real?
Absolutely. I'm a Bible-believing Christian. I definitely, and I believe those could be fallen angels.
All these things could be real.
Fallen angels?
Yeah,
The aliens are fallen angels.
That's possible. I think that's what they could be. That's what makes sense in my worldview.
Michael?
No.
And that's why we
a lot of perspectives.
Disagree, but still appreciate each other for having the conversation.
A lot of perspectives
What
there,
are the
man.
odds that Buzz Aldrin took an expedition to Antarctica, encountered reptilian shapeshifters that literally gave him a heart attack?
About Buzz Aldrin, that there was this very cryptic tweet that came out
during his stay down there. He said, "We have seen the faces of evil and we're all in danger." And this is right before he had his heart attack. And I can tell you, logistically, to do a medical evacuation from the interior of Antarctica is very difficult and very expensive. So something must have majorly gone wrong.
To underscore the fact that when the C-130 crew had dropped them off, they disappeared. And then when they went to try to find them, there was nothing at the National Science Foundation camp at all. Nothing.
They were
moving.
gone.
They were
dozen
totally
scientists.
gone. And when they did show up, they had been missing for a couple of weeks. And Brian S. and the C-130 flight crew were then sent back. And they were expecting that they would see this group of scientists out to meet their plane, doing this, yelling, something. And he said they were lined up like birds on a wire. They were all kind of next to each other, and most of them had their heads down looking at their feet when the C-130 was pulling up. And that somebody had to go from the flight crew over to the scientists and direct them to get onto the plane. And they talked about how not one single scientist said one word. Most of them walked with their looking down at the ground. Brian said when they got them loaded up, he said to his flight chief, "What in the world? Where have they been?" And the flight chief said, "I don't know. We can't get a word out of them." And during the flight, Brian went and sat down next to one of the scientists, and he said he leaned over and touched the scientist's knee, and the man never looked up. And he said, "It was as if we were dealing with 12 or 15 people who had suffered post-traumatic shock syndrome, that they were unnaturally frozen in their position and no speaking, and that they all looked afraid." That one of the SEALs that I have talked to that is not in the video said that as they walked for a mile or 2 miles into these very strange created architectures, they reached a point where something started coming through the walls out into the air. At first, it would go in and out of visibility, and then they realized that their minds were being manipulated. And then when they could see it clearly, and it was coming in and out like a television signal in the air, it appeared to be covered with scales, like an armadillo, the surface of an armadillo. And he said, when you are face to face with something like that, and you are trained in military to kill, but you're dealing with something you've never seen, and it can go in and out of visibility, and you know that your mind is being taken over by something that you are fighting. He said that happened in one of those corridors, and that was 2012.
What's really out there in Antarctica? What do you think that Buzz Aldrin saw?
Be honest with you guys, I do not trust Buzz. Buzz is a damn liar. Buzz claimed he went to space and said he didn't go to space. At the end of the day, there is something over there they don't want us to know about. And we will know about it eventually. What's in the dark shall come to light. Antarctica don't belong to none of these elites. If anything, it belongs to humanity.
A lot of people looked at COVID-19 as a terrorist attack. When have we ever seen in history a president write a preemptive pardon for a doctor? You know, Dr. Fauci had human trafficking allegations against his name. Skeletons was found in one of his practices. They gave him a preemptive pardon for selling us out. Imagine what his reward is going to be for selling us all out. I feel like most of these governments are actual death cults. They're making covenants with somebody. In the literature, it says, bring me sacrifices, make these agreements, and we will do your bidding. Straight up. With all these brilliant people on the planet, all these brilliant minds, we can release vertical launching AI-powered fighter craft, but we can't solve simple homelessness. Why is it that Arab businessmen in Saudi Arabia say, look, I can raise $400 billion to solve America's housing crisis? How come we can't solve it on our own? They don't want to solve it. You know, I'm in Vegas at the homeless encampment. Everybody's getting a check on the first. It's like, wait a second, this is a well-oiled machine. So once you discover this, it's like, you know, am I going to try to combat this? Or am I going to try to escape, make my own little breakaway civilization with like-minded people? That's what I'm here for. The colony is a real thing. You got people signing up every day. We're just taking it step by step, piece by piece, because in order to be a free thinker, you have to create a pathway to freedom. If not, you'll be eternally confined to your thoughts. If you enjoy life, nobody wants to sign up for a suicide mission.
Comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about what Big Homie CC was dropping. He definitely was dropping some gems.
Is Bill Gates spreading invasive ticks all throughout the country to spread alpha-gal syndrome, a red meat allergy which prevents people from eating mammalian meat like beef, pork, or lamb? It's triggered from bites from certain ticks like the Lone Star tick, who previously were only found in remote parts of Texas. They've recently and mysteriously spread to states far away like Minnesota and Nebraska, proliferating too far and too suddenly to be a natural migration. Bill Gates has spoken again and again about how we need to get rid of cows to prevent global warming. It just so happens that he's highly invested in several non-meat alternative food source companies. He's also funding scientists and bioethicists to push studies suggesting the spread of the disease is actually a good thing, causing people to eat less meat.
Now a group of scientists and bioethicists funded in part by Bill Gates, is writing papers saying, let's do it. And I know so many people across the United States that actually work around cows, and suddenly they can't eat beef and get violently sick if they eat it. So when the scientist says, oh, you'll eat a little less meat, no, you won't be able to.
So the question remains, is Bill Gates behind spreading alpha-gal syndrome ticks throughout the US to get people to eat less meat?
Zone family, what y'all think? What y'all really think? You think this man is spreading out these ticks to cause us to not to eat meat? It's not far-fetched. He let off a whole bunch of mosquitoes. He contaminated a whole lot of water. It's not far-fetched. Do your own research though, for entertainment purposes only. Comment down below.
The 9/11 ritual continues. Let's get into it. Now, a multitude of things happened over the past couple days, starting with the death of the former Vice President Dick Cheney, who died on November 3rd, who was Vice President at the time of 9/11. Then we have the first Muslim mayor of New York City, Mamdani, winning the election. Then we have a plane crash, which was a UPS carrier that went down in Louisville, in which was flight 2976. Now, can anybody tell me how many victims, excluding the hijackers, died in 9/11? Yeah, 2976, same number. Now, that was on the FBI website, but if you go to Wikipedia, it actually says 2977. If you add Dick Cheney's death, he's that last person. Now, where did this plane crash? At the Muhammad Ali International Airport. Now, who did they say that was one of the hijackers responsible for 9/11? Khalid Muhammad. Coincidence? Let's keep going. Now, in that plane crash, the Louisville mayor stated that there was 9 people that got killed and 11 others injured. What? And this thing just keeps going because the type of plane it was decommissioned from the passenger service on October 26, 2014, in which from the time it went down, 9 days, 11 years. Now, going back to Mamdani, he was born October 18th, 1991. From that time to when Trump got inaugurated in office this year, it was 33 years, 3 months, and 3 days. You mean to tell me that the tower stood 33 years before they fell? And let's not forget that Trump is from New York. Not to mention that UPS plane only reached 175 feet before crashing, right? You guys, that's the same flight number as the second plane in 9/11. How? And the cherry on top, they said that second plane had a 33% load factor. Got it. If you guys don't think that we live in a matrix by now, I can't help you. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube Maverick Approach.
These elites don't want the change. They don't want the golden age. The rituals are going crazy right now, okay? Protect your energy. Vibrate high. Keep away from the negativity. And don't believe anything you hear from the news. Because the rituals are happening right now. Look at that thing. That's the UPS plane, man. You know I gotta get every angle for the family. Yeah, this crazy right here.
Bond
Look at
says
the
her
monkey.
family's mornings are usually pretty quiet. No dogs barking and no monkeys in the front lawn. But this Sunday morning,
But it's the monkey. So I said, oh snap, let me get my phone and let me get my gun.
Jessica Bond had to make a decision after her 16-year-old son spotted a monkey escaped from a crash on I-59 5 days prior. The teenager says he started recording the monkey as his mother got out of bed, but things started to escalate.
My small dog was chasing it, and when it got like close to the woods, the monkey tried to hide at first, but then the dog ran up on it and it swung at the dog.
I bagged up down this road and I stopped about right there. And he was on top of that bin right there, and he left from that bin and went and jumped on the railing of that porch. I sat in my truck, and when I got out, I said, okay, do I sit here and wait for it to run away?
Bond says she contacted the game warden and the police. Before the authorities arrived, Bond shot the monkey twice on this porch with 3-inch Magnum shells. She says at the time, her children were her main concern.
I have a 3-year-old, and, what if it come back out, hide in the woods and come back out and try to attack her later on? We love animals. So it's like not like I'm an animal killer, I didn't want to just kill a thing, but I mean, it's my baby versus the animal.
This video shows Mississippi Wildlife and Fisheries removing the monkey from Bond's property, leaving a trail of blood behind.
So now I have to disinfect and clean off everything through here.
The capture of this monkey gives us a closer look at the condition of these primates. Bond says she didn't notice any odd behavior, but there were obvious markings that made her.
Family, this monkey case is a real case, okay? This is a crazy case. These monkeys escaped in a crash, and they claiming they got all the monkeys, but 3. I'm thinking there's more monkeys out there. That lady putting that monkey down was the right thing to do. Who knows what that monkey bit around that area?
All the other countries that wonder and say that Americans are just fat and lazy and they don't do anything to better themselves. This is what $115 gets you. Let me show you. We were able to get some Ritz crackers, 1 thing of cereal, some ramen, more ramen, tuna, bag of potatoes, a few avocados, some snacks, desserts, 2 bags of chips, ice creams, pizza rolls, some sausage biscuits, 1 thing of Dr. Pepper. All of this for $115.
Wow. That's insane, bro. That's too much
We're not
money.
making it.
Nope.
This is going to feed my kids for less than a week. And this
ain't no
doesn't include
food.
any dinners. There are no dinners here. This is lunch and snacks. I don't know how people are making it. It's hard out there.
Pull up to the store. Motherfuckers is fucking stealing.
Trifling.
Ain't no way y'all that damn broke, y'all stealing the fucking shit out of the Family Dollar. What the fuck? That's some broke people shit. Not y'all trying to fight because y'all stealing. Y'all better go. Like, y'all better off leaving. This shit is so ghetto. It's so ghetto. This shit is ghetto. JMP.
Dumbasses. I already got it. Y'all good. I got the license plate. I got all of that. Are you okay?
No, go number 1.
What happened? No way they just did all of that shit. Are you alright?
I don't know.
What? Are you okay?
That's some broke people shit. Oh my. Look, man, my boy, you are wildin'. First of all, you wasting your energy on people that's stealing from a dollar store that you work in is crazy. You running after these people outside is very dangerous. What happened to training, bro? You didn't pay attention in training? I know we are tired of people taking and doing nasty things, but you have to protect your energy, fam. You have to protect your aura. You laying on the floor crying, call the police, the ambulance, cause you hurt. Let them take the dollar stuff, bro. Protect your energy, if anything, bro. Dollar General is not going to help you when things get real bad. They just gonna send their condolences. That's it.
Interview with you and y'all was talking about, voodoo.
Yes.
Right? And how, we utilized the swamps because we were masters of it, right? And we knew that they weren't masters of it and we can beat them in that particular terrain. But specifically when it comes to voodoo, voodoo is seen as, as what's the word I'm looking for? A bad thing, essentially, right? And of course, the dark arts and everything to black and dark is considered to be bad, right? And then of course white magic is considered to be good. But the reality of it is we've been masters of the elements, right? And the spirit our entire existence. So you don't get the Haitians winning, you don't get Natty and the Maroons winning without them being able to utilize, right, the elements.
That's all it is.
Yes.
Voodoo and all that, it's you connecting with nature and the spirit realm. That's all, because it's all the same.
Right.
But us understanding that in a real way, not white Jesus.
Right.
You dig?
Yeah.
Understanding that we are the essence, we are all of this stuff. We as melanated people we are nature. We are the spirit realm. All of it is connected, and we can get our strength from that. And that's what they did in Haiti. And that scared the hell out of white people, and it scares them now. That's why they made voodoo something negative.
Yeah.
Because what we started doing, we started getting in those swamps with those alligators where white people couldn't go into. Even here in the Americas, we would live around those wild animals because we were on the same page with them. We weren't afraid of them. We had a spiritual connection with them. Even in Africa today, you don't see a lot of African people getting attacked by the animals because they have a relationship spiritually with the animals.
Yeah.
When we and our brothers and sisters were fighting these white supremacists using their voodoo system, that scared the white supremacists so much, they started making movies in the 1930s about zombies and black Haitians.
Yeah.
The early voodoo movies had Haitians in them, them portraying Haitians. The word zombie, which the zombie genre is real big today, that comes from a Haitian man named Jean Zombie, who was killing white people in Haiti during the revolution. After the revolution was over and they were getting the French out, it was this light-skinned slave, former slave named Jean Zombie, who was slaughtering the French. So his name became synonymous with terror. That's where the word zombie comes from. So they've always been afraid of that. And they taught us to be afraid of voodoo too. They taught us that it's witchcraft and it's evil. And then we start listening to the white supremacists and start forgetting our history and our essence because they've scared us out of it.
Because it disconnects us. If you want to spiritually and psychologically control people and they have this connection to the element that empowers them, you have to break that connection first, because that's going to give them confidence, right? Now they're in harmony with mentalism, right? Now they know how to use the power of the mind. They know how to use everything around them that becomes a solution for whatever problem that they have. And then we go into alchemy.
A lot of the stuff that goes on in this world come from these people. But they won't tell you that though. But they will keep them down as long as they can. But anyway, man, comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about that story right there. There was definitely a lot of gems in there for you to pick up. Like I always say though, do your own research.
Have y'all keeping up with the story of the man that's talking about how his uncle brought back his sister from the dead and she was dead for at least 2 months? Now let's talk about it, because a lot of people have been sending it to me and asking me to do my take on it. But I would like to start off by saying I am not Haitian. But for someone that has been studying Haitian culture and folklore for a good minute now, let me tell y'all something. It's nothing that I believe that Haitian magic can't do. But basically, to break it all down, if you haven't watched it, and then whenever y'all get done watching this, I want y'all to go watch his video. He talks about how his sister was basically unalived by a witch that practiced dark magic. She got into it with the lady. I believe she was their neighbor, and I believe she was an elder as well. And they talked about how in Haiti, like, they don't do that, disrespecting elders or older people. Like, they don't take that kindly. So they basically put a curse on the girl just to let her and the family know that we don't play. And the sister got very ill. She had a bad fever. Nothing they could do could bring down her fever. She was just really sick and basically passed away within days from being cursed by this witch. I believe he said the lady gave her 3 days, I believe. So after she passed away, that's where his uncle got involved. His uncle was basically like a higher level, you could call him witch or warlock or voodoo priest or priestesses. You can, there's different names. But she talked about how, like, the way to bring them back, the person that bring them back has to be a higher level witch. Like I said, I'm just going to call them a witch. The person that bring them back had to be higher level than the person that, did that spell to them. And I know y'all are like, what? But just like I said, just from me studying Haitian culture, this is not surprising. And then just by reading some of the comments on his page and just by seeing several other people talk about different things that go on in Haiti. Like, there was a trend when people were talking about how they look outside and see cats turn into humans. Like, that is very normal in Haiti and in some parts of Africa. But yeah, there's different things they have to perform and pray and do to bring them back. And I know some people was like, what about autopsies? I also read up like how they don't always do autopsies in certain part of Haiti, only if necessary or if you have money or if there's a specific reason. But the lady that was also telling the story with the guy that's, talking about how his uncle brought his sister back to dead, she talks about how there's like the physical world and the spiritual world. So basically she was in a coma state in the physical world, she was dead in the physical world, but not in the spiritual world. But when they're brought back, they're not the same. And this is what it reminds me of, y'all. I know we have all watched Pet Sematary, or at least one of the Pet Sematary, because there's a few. They're not the same when they're brought back. They're aggressive. They're trying to learn, but they're not the same person. Just like on Pet Sematary, when they brought this little girl back, she was not the same person. Yeah, this her physically, it might look like her, but it's not her. I just had to throw that in there, how that, reminds me of that. They also go into detail of how you can't tell them, what they are, because bad things will happen to the family or you if you tell them that, hey, you are dead. But in Haitian folklore, zombies are real, y'all. They're basically people that was brought back to life by necromancy or dark magic or voodoo. And the process of turning somebody back into a zombie is called zombification. Now, I don't know if you would necessarily call this zombification, but I know a lot of people in the comments were like going crazy, like, oh my gosh, we need more answers and more questions. And I just want y'all to know that, like, let that man take his time, share his story, because you're not even really supposed to be talking about this type of stuff, especially if you are Haitian or in the situation. But I want y'all to go check out his videos and his story time, because he got a lot of videos on this topic, and I just basically broke it down for y'all. But to answer some of you guys' questions that's been sending it to me, yes, I believe it's real. And I believe that it has happened all the time. And remember, just because you haven't seen it, heard about it, that does not mean it's not true. There's so much in this world that we haven't seen that is very true.
Family, the whole Hollywood story thing is built off the Haitian Revolution. If you don't believe me, do your own research. The first movie they made, they will tell you, had nothing but Haitians in them, depicting what happened in a nasty way, but demonizing the PP.
Y'all see, we about to open the hood free supermarket. Auntie saw it on her bomb ass friends. We don't play about this community. Let's get into it. We got chicken wings, we got salmon, we have whiting, we got, what's this, swine? We even got ribs for y'all, okay? Stop playing with me. We got grilled turkey. Y'all need to cut these turkey bangers up. We got Cornish hens, because I know my seniors, y'all don't like a lot of meat. We still packing up chicken. More chicken. Let's get into it. My kids sections, pizza. We got cereal. Of course, nigga. Cereal, waffles, grits, pancakes, peanut butter jelly. Really? No! Why would y'all do that? They get the whole box. No, they said. No, who said? They get the whole box. I never told nobody that. That's a lie. If you get the whole box. How y'all gonna give kids a little bit of what you call it? No, give them the whole box.
Boss.
We got chicken.
Because it wasn't.
No, I wanted the whole box. They got to choose one or the other. Noodles.
This how you do it. This how you do it. Celebrity what?
Y'all see it. All these late people. Don't hate boo me.
I see.
They all late. The Hood supermarket.
You want this turkey up the box?
This is how you supposed to do it. I don't want to hear about no celebrity. I don't want to hear about your rapper, your favorite actor. This is a true celebrity. Straight from the hood. Straight from her community, okay? She's supporting her community. What's more beautiful than that? Coming out her pockets. In a time when people really need, this right here is beautiful. Golden, legendary, all that good stuff, okay? Number one, numero uno. I could keep going and going, cause she deserved this. She definitely deserved this. This is legendary, man.
How are you gonna move different out here now?
How do I move different? Well, number one, I don't accept like food and water from most of these people out on the streets. Like, I go get my own shit. I'm self-sufficient that way. The drugs I get, I know a dude down in South Austin. I go away from here to get drugs. So like, I don't do the drugs that everybody else does. I go elsewhere to get drugs. But I've noticed all the drugs in downtown, even if it's people that trust each other, man, they're giving them fucked up drugs. And it's doing something weird to everybody, especially these guys that are on methamphetamines. Like, I've never seen people act like this doing methamphetamines in my life. Ever.
How long you been on the streets for?
Here, altogether about 3 months. I've been in Austin a little over the year, but I've been out on the streets for the last 3 years of my life. I was in Amarillo, Texas before this. And Amarillo has none of these problems. It's nothing like this. You're just homeless. And if you're a drug addict, you're a drug addict. You're sitting on the street doing drugs. There ain't nowhere for you to go or nothing for you to do. Here, there's a land of opportunity. And what is it? There's over 6,000 homeless people in Austin.
There's more than that.
Okay. Well, right now, there's at least 225 people on the bulletin board up at Sunrise Navigation Church that have just disappeared. Where'd they go? If you're out on the streets, dude, you're going to run into somebody that knows you that's going to tell somebody, hey, so-and-so's looking for you. These people have just completely disappeared. And nobody can tell us why or where they're at.
Is that due to the current administration?
Just
tell me what you think. Just tell me what you think.
So.
Okay.
I honestly believe so.
And what would be the presence or the purpose of them taking these homeless people out of the inner cities?
I mean, to me, like, if you read... the thing that they're calling this new initiative is called the Hill Initiative. And that's what went into effect. And if you read it and stuff, it's displacing of people that have already been displaced. The whole concept of displacing us out of downtown is that more people will want to come to downtown if it doesn't have a bunch of homeless people hanging out in it. Well, you've taken everything else away from us, dude. We had encampments and shit that we could have. And they shut them all down one by one and drove us into downtown Austin. Now they're going to drive us out. Well, where are you going to drive us out to?
Yeah,
There's
you guys used to camp
for us to go.
Yep. This is in real time, and I'm trying to like fact check you a little bit, but everything you're saying is spot on to what I've been experiencing. So, man, where does this end up?
The sad thing is I don't think.
I mean, that guy is that an example of what you're talking about right there?
This dude walking right here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. That dude's been out here for a hot minute.
I know. I've interviewed him before.
Yeah, he's been out here for a minute, dude, but I run with some people that have been out here for a minute. And you know, it's easy to say, dude, that most of these people have mental health problems or were drug addicts or whatever. But you got to think, me and the dude I run with, we're in rehab, bro. And we decided, you know, I completed the program and it was time for me to leave. He got halfway through it and decided that was enough sobriety time. That's what he needed. So unfortunately, things didn't work out the way we thought they were. We ended up out on the streets.
Sad.
We watch each other's back. We camp together and shit.
So what happens if you and me go ask the security guard, why are people disappearing?
They ain't gonna tell you nothing, bro. That's just like last night. I tried to get a cop to help me, and he told me that's not what I'm here for, and walked off from me.
Gotcha. So I know some people pretty high up in that regard. I'm gonna ask them and see what's going on. Get to the bottom of this because this is insane, and it's moving quick.
Yes, and it's every day,
and it's not even televised.
Right. And like,
underground news, guys. Underground news. This is what you get when you have underground news.
Nobody's saying nothing. And this Hill initiative that Austin passed, dude, nobody said nothing about it until after it passed. Then they released the criteria for it. And if you go read it, it's pretty sickening. It really is. It's regentrification of Austin and wanting to eradicate the homeless.
Wow. Eradicate the homeless.
Yeah.
So this title is going to be People Are Disappearing, in quotations, eradicate the homeless.
And at the same time, dude, you can come up here, like after this library closes at 8 o'clock, all these benches and stuff is where a lot of us hang out. But there's 4 of us that have always hung out together, and we're either on those benches right there or over by the door, dude, and we watch people pull up and get into these SUVs and stuff that hang around here at night, and they leave and they never come back.
Are you scared?
Am I scared? A little, man. To be honest, yeah, because you never know what they're gonna do. Am I gonna live my life any differently than I live it? No. But like I said, I've got people that hang out with me that I trust, and we watch our backs. I don't sleep by myself. If I'm by myself, then I just have to stay awake that night, with or without drugs. If I'm not somewhere where I know the people around me, or at least hung out.
You look paranoid to me, man. You keep watching your back. You keep, you know.
I am paranoid. APD and shit, dude. Like, they show up out of nowhere, and they're liable to do anything to take you to jail. They're arresting people for nothing.
But you haven't committed one of these things that you're talking about, which is you're camping somewhere 4 hours. You put in a tent.
No, I don't have a tent anymore. The city took that from me. When I do rest at night, I rest in wooded areas with other people.
So you're camping out here too?
I stay in well-lit public areas when I do have to rest or when I do sleep. And when I do sleep, it's normally between 6 and 10 a.m.
You know, I visit some of the mega camps out here on the outskirts of Austin. You know, 100 people camps.
Sure.
What's going to happen to those camps?
The plan is they're eventually going to go into the woods and start clearing them out. As far as I know, in South Austin, they already have. I met some people last night down at the transit center.
I remember they threw out, they took an entire 50-person homeless camp out of the back of the Home Depot.
Yes. I met
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I met some people that came from Oak Hill last night down at the transit center that had everything that they could salvage with them. They were just carrying it around. And they told me they'd been out in the woods for years and they didn't know where to go or what they were going to do. But the city came out there and demolished everything. Just like cleared them out. So it's happening. I mean, which I don't understand. If they're in the woods, they should just leave them alone, dude. They don't want us out on the street in the public eye, but what's going to happen when you clear everybody out of the woods? Where are they expecting them to go? But the tensions are very high when you get down into Republic Square and stuff.
I was just there.
It in the mornings and when they feed, it gets very, very high. And it feels like worse than any prison riot I've ever been through.
Man, that's incredible.
What's the worst part about it is when they started this initiative, they took some of these guys, put some of these yellow vests on them that were us, that were sitting here being homeless with us, and now they've got clipboards and pens and they're coming up asking us questions and telling us where the fuck to go. Like, that shit ain't working either. It doesn't work when you were just sitting here being homeless with me and now you're gonna tell me how to be homeless? Nah. But yeah, it's getting ugly out here, man.
I don't even know where to go after this, man. I think this whole video should just be about disappearing people.
If you want to see it in action, come hang around this area, especially C-Home, around 8, 9 o'clock at night.
So I'll see you here tonight at 8 p.m.
It goes on all night long, and you can hear people screaming like they're being tortured and all different sorts of shit.
Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be here at 8 p.m. with this phone camera. Okay. And we're going to document this. Okay. Where are you going to be at for the next 4 or 5 hours?
For the next few hours, man, I'm going to be around just gathering up supplies.
Sniping?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Doing what I can do. Got to try to find my homeboy, bro. Got to try to find him.
Well, let me let you go then, man, and then I'll meet you here back tonight.
All right.
My boy is paranoid through that whole interview. He like he's a quarterback, but no fun and games. It's serious out here for these homeless people, like serious. They out on the street, that's 1. 2, they getting picked up and they never coming back. 3, I'm not eating no fast food. I don't want no burgers. I'm good on that.
Jessica, I thought you were gonna give the puppies a bath today. I was. Huh? I was. I'm thinking about doing a pony. You think I should do a ponytail? No, what I think you need to do is explain how the little black marks got on your neck. Them hickeys. Yeah, I got a hickey. Yeah, where from? School.
Smart mouth, I'm gonna bap you upside your damn head.
School. You say that like you proud of. I got hit from school. Well, let me tell you something, Sister motherfucking Levine. I'm going to the school in the morning. Okay? I'll be checking to figure out how the math teacher did that, the reading teacher, the gym teacher, some little boy around the corner, you just happen to bump into his lips and he's like, get out of here, Sister Levine. Get your ass out of here.
Oh, nothing. I was in here first. This is what you
I don't give a... Here, let me put your hair in a ponytail.
Grandma ain't playing. Oh, he going in. He getting loose. He loose with it. That the funky chicken? Turn up.
You're watching surveillance video of Petros or Peter Sismanis walk a 16-year-old employee to a supply closet in the basement of his business, Hiller's Pizza. During a criminal trial last summer, the teen testified about what happened once they disappeared from the camera's view.
He just went and grabbed my waist, kind of like this, and then stood up and kissed me. I started to just spiral, but I also knew that I was in a closet alone with a man larger than me. There was nothing I could really do. There was nowhere for me to go.
As the owner and his employee walk back down the hallway to the elevator, you can see Sismanis rubbing the girl's back. On the ground floor, before going their separate ways back into the restaurant, Sismanis makes a parting comment.
He told me I couldn't tell anybody. Nothing was to be said about it.
But after serving a few customers, the girl called her mother to tell her what happened.
I was hysterical, bawling my eyes out in the bathroom.
The mom left her nursing shift and drove to the pizza shop to pick up her daughter. Watch as Sismanis follows them outside to their vehicle, as described by the mother during her testimony at trial.
We started to get into the car, and he started grabbing the door and saying, just kill me. It was a mistake. What can I do to fix it? There was a host of pleas that he was kind of running through one after another.
You can't even send your baby girls to a job. Even at work, they being attacked. This creepo gonna ask her to come to the back. He's the boss, of course she's gonna go. He gonna take her in the closet and fill her up. Then come out and tell her don't tell nobody. Applying pressure. How many people has he done this to is the real question. How many victims that was scared to speak up is the real question.
Hör sofort auf, damit mich zu belästigen.
Belästige dich nicht.
Ja, doch.
Ich habe Bedürfnisse.
Ja.
Ich habe Bedürfnisse.
What?
Meine Bedürfnisse sind mir sehr wichtig.
Ja, aber du kannst trotzdem nicht über meinen Kopf hinweg entscheiden.
Jeder über mich immer Nein sagt. Okay? Dann muss man irgendwann für sein Überleben einsetzen.
Der Herr hat mich gerade darüber aufgeklärt.
Und sie nervt mich.
Er will mit mir schlafen, hat er mir gerade erklärt.
Ja, du willst auch mit dir schlafen. Aber ich bin als erstes hier.
Komm, lass mich in Ruhe.
Nee, kannst du bitte in Ruhe lassen? Oder ich ruf die Polizei. Ich zieh doch an. Warum machst du selber nichts? Du bist doch ein Mann. Ich ruf die Polizei. Mach doch. Mach doch.
Fuck them.
Bitte gehen Sie jetzt. Wir brauchen hier kein großes... Ich glaube, ich bin bereit, für mein Überleben Ärger einzusetzen. Du anstellen. Für mein Überleben.
Hallo, ja,
Sex ist
ich
Überleben.
bin hier gerade in der Nähe von Eschenbach und die Mann belästigt hier eine Frau.
Ich belästige niemanden, ich werde belästigt.
Das ist fein, ja.
Okay? Ich will einfach nur Liebe, ich will Liebe und Zuneigung, aber es wird mir nicht gegeben. Ich muss für mein Überleben kämpfen. Wenn das Gesetz für Überleben nicht dient, dann bringt das Gesetz nichts mehr.
Dein Überleben hängt nicht dran, dass du mit mir schläfst, wirklich nicht.
Natürlich.
Natürlich nicht.
Doch, wenn ich keinen Sex habe als Mann, dann fühle ich mich nicht gut.
Hallo, Entschuldigung, ich bin hier an der Eschenheimer Anlage und ein Mann will eine Frau...
Jo, willst du, dass ich mich nochmal wiederhole?
Und wir brauchen hier Unterstützung.
Am Fein, an der Eschenheimer Anlage.
Ich werde nichts tun.
Wissen Sie genau?
Das Fein, das ist das Fein. Trinkhalle Fein.
Ich werde nichts tun. Trinkhalle Fein. Aber ich bin bereit, für mein Überleben mich einzusetzen. Trinkhalle...
Fein, F-E-I.
Trinkhalle Fein. Trinkhalle Fein. In der Nähe von Trinkhalle Fein.
Ehrlich gesagt, du bist eigentlich schon
Das ist echt.
Ja,
Das freut mich. In Croatia gerade hier.
Family, you cannot make this up. Your man is out here harassing this lady. He probably don't even know her. In fact, if that guy didn't step in, he probably would have essayed her.
Right in that park.
He says sex is his survival. Dude said, I'm gonna call the cops.
He don't care. That is diabolical.
Ladies, please pay attention out here and be aware. In fact, if you gotta have a little spice on you to spice them up.
Spice them up. Straight up.
Wow. Well, did y'all read what was going on? Let me know what y'all thought about that. It's super diabolical. Like super.
This act of humility can't be forced. It needs to be a part of you. Shout out to Kyle, Arkansas for setting up a free hot dog stand.
Facts.
If God is speaking through you and he's moving through you to donate to a food bank or to feed people or to do acts of kindness like this, do it. And this is my favorite part about it. No questions asked. There's no need for explanations. A lot of people are going through it right now. What's beautiful about this whole situation is that they're bringing us together. Through all of this, the community is going to grow. So the very thing that they're trying to trap us in is going to be their downfall. Even if you don't have anything to give, a word of encouragement will go a long way. Speak life in these moments, not death.
I told my dad I was going to China, and he told me that none of it's real. Everything you see is just propaganda. Well, I'm here right now, and it is very much real. Western media will just tell you everything you see about China is propaganda because they don't want to admit how far we've fallen. But when China can build an entire 260-station metro system in less time than it takes New York City to even study if they want to build the critically important IBX, it becomes abundantly clear why American media and politicians love to demonize China. Because if China, with a significantly lower GDP per capita than the US, was able to do all of this, then why can't we do it in the States too? While China is building the world's largest high-speed rail network, the US is canceling an urgently needed tunnel under the Hudson. While China's poverty rate has fallen 88% since the late 1980s, the US has only fallen 2%. And while China no doubt still has problems, at least the government is actively working on making people's lives better. Meanwhile, the US government is actively making the average American's future as bleak as possible. It's just truly such a shame to see what America, the wealthiest country in human history, would be able to do if they invested their money back into the people.
These people look like they far more advanced than us, especially from what I've been seeing. From the phones to the cars to the apartments. It's just a different way of living. And we out here on this side, it's more of a Sparta way. We literally Sparta over here. Am I wrong? Comment down below if I am.
I'm Justin.
I'm Joe.
I'm Isaac, and we're the Adventure Boys. And today we're riding longboards. We're gonna go to Dairy Queen and eat, and then we're gonna go to the creek and go fishing. All right, guys. Isaac got a flamethrower. Me and Joe are gonna share this bacon, ranch, and cheese. And we got cheese curds. And I got one shake, and I got a drink. Guys, we made it. Our spot is like really, really deep right now, and we're gonna go up to that spot over there and jump off a tree.
I can literally die. I can literally die. Cindy! Oh no, Isaac's trapped.
Love.
Oh my gosh, guys. Isaac's trapped. Oh my God. It's so deep. And the car's so strong. Cindy! Cindy!
They're about to jump off of a tree. Go, Joe. Justin's turn.
Family, I support this type of content 100%, 100 million times, okay? These boys are vibrating high. They definitely showing people how to survive and be. You know what I'm saying? Like they living their best life. That's living your best life. They out in nature. Everybody don't have a phone in their hand. They sharing food together. They definitely a prime example on what kids needs to be doing. I love it. I support content like this 100 million times. It feels good. It puts you in a spot where you used to be. And just to watch them boys smile and enjoy themselves, it's super high vibrational, bro. These kids don't do things like that no more. So seeing a group of friends behave like this is very, very rare. And I love it. And I support it 100%. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you if you made it all the way to the end. You are goated. You are definitely goated. You are one of them ones. Straight up. Legendary. Legendary. Your boy rock with you like that. I love y'all and I'm in love with y'all. Thank you for being a part of the family. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all your likes. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. With that being said, vibrate high, keep your energy high, eat clean, and love thy neighbor, and remove all the haters. With that being said, I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.
Zone, 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 yeah.